Hello, everyone, and welcome to our continuing video series on using COCA to improve your academic writing. My name is Andrew Davis, and I am an instructor of graduate level English for academic writing at Duke University's English for International students. And today we are going to look at the list search function of COCA. So here is the COCA home screen. So as you can see here, I have the list search function highlighted and selected. So simply put, what does this search function do? It just finds and lists any instance of whatever you put in the search bar from the corpus. So as an example, I always like to show the term research, right? Very common word. So I'm going to click Find Matching Strings. And we have our results here. Just a few things to point out. You can see over here this number, this is the frequency. In other words, this is the raw number of how many times this term shows up in the whole corpus. So you can see over 266,000 times this word shows up in our corpus. So if I hover over the word, you can see that it is a hyperlink, and I'm going to click that hyperlink, and it's going to show me some actual context of how this term is used in our corpus. So let me just draw your attention to what some of these columns actually mean over here. So starting from the left, this would be obviously the year in which this sample was written. The next column is the subcorpus in which it appears. So we have academic, blog, magazine, website, blog, website, etc. The next column is the source of where this word occurs. And then if we're moving over here, we can see actual context, actual sentences, so you can see how this word or search term is used in the corpus. And we can actually go a little bit further. You can see that these are actually hyperlinks as well. So if I were to click the source, this actually gives me even more context. So it gives you 5 or 6 sentences. So you can really get a sense of how this word was used in that context. So like I said, very simply put, whatever you put in the search term, it will find those instances and list them in that way. But let's go a little bit deeper. I want to utilize some other search terms in this function. So this is what I'm going to do. Let's say I want to know what are the most common adjectives that are used to describe research in this corpus. So I can actually do that if I wanted to find out common adjectives used to describe research. So remember this POS button that stands for part of speech. I'm going to click that. I'm going to insert adjectives, and it pops up. It automatically generates the little code that I need for adjectives. I'm going to make sure there is a space in between this code and my search term, and I am going to put research. So what I am saying is I want the corpus to search for the most common adjectives used to describe research in the entire corpus. So I'm going to find those matching strings. And again, here is what I see. So again, it ranks it the most common to the least common. The frequency, again, that's the raw number. And then we also have a bar graph to give us a further visualization to help us interpret the results that we are seeking. And again, just as a reminder, I can click any of these terms and I can see exactly some example sentences of where this occurs. Okay. Now let me add something even more to this search. So remember this sections tab here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to check the box for sections, and I'm not going to do anything else. Now I'm going to search my term. This is going to give us an even richer look at how this word is used when compared among the different corpora, the different subcorpora in the whole corpus. So here we have the same results, but now we have subdivided into the subgenres in this corpus: blogs, website general, TV and movie subtitles, spoken, fiction, magazine, newspaper, and academic writing. And you can see it has generated a heat map of these results. The darker the color, the more frequent this word appears in relation to the other corpora, right? So if I were to look at future research, it is most common in academic corpora. In academic context, it is least common in the other contexts here. If we go to new, we actually see it is most common in popular magazines when compared with the other corpora. So we can get a sense of comparing across different writing contexts, and we can start to see some variation in how we use language in these different contexts. Now, perhaps I actually don't care about those other contexts. Maybe I just want to see what are the most common adjectives in academic writing only. So again, I'm going to go to this sections. I'm going to click sections. It's going to give me a drop-down menu, and I'm going to highlight academic. I only want to know the most common adjectives that follow research in the academic section of this corpus. Find matching strings. It always takes just a few seconds. Remember, this is searching a billion-word corpus and sorting your results. So always give it just a few seconds when you click this button. And now we have some slightly different results: future research, previous research, further research, educational, qualitative research. So we get slightly different results if we are looking at only academic contexts, okay? So this will help us determine what some vocabulary words we could use to help further describe this. Again, so that we are matching the conventions of academic language and academic vocabulary.